Hi, my name is Beth Whitmer, and I am a digital accessibility subject matter expert at CGI. And co-presenting with me is Pavani Gonuguntla.
My name is Pavani Gonuguntla, and I'm Section 508 subject matter expert at CGI. My current role is working with the project teams that follow agile methodology, and we are making sure that accessibility is considered and integrated in the agile processes and artifacts. So, our main motto at CGI is to make sure that accessibility is considered early in the game rather than later in the project, because including it early is more effective, it's less expensive, and more effective use of everyone's time.
And we will be presenting a session called Accessibility Foundations using landmarks and sectioning elements. To provide a little background, as I mentioned before, Pavni and I are both digital accessibility subject matter experts at CGI. And CGI is a global IT and business consulting services firm. Our decision to present on this particular topic stemmed from some analysis that we performed in 2019 to determine which of our accessibility test cases identified the most issues across the various websites we support. And we found that one of our top test cases was our landmarks test case. It was one that we had introduced about a year before when we started following the revised Section 508 standards. So at that time, it was still a relatively new test case for our organization. Landmarks as a concept provide structure and organization to a web page. And in a lot of ways, they're similar to physical landmarks in the real world. On a web page, they divide the different sections of the page into distinct regions that signal where different types of content can be found. And it's really important that we implement landmarks correctly, because if we do, blind individuals who rely on screen reader software to read and interact with digital content can use the screen reader to jump to the individual landmarks on the page. So that's why I want to make sure we implement them correctly so that they can use that functionality. Landmarks remind me a lot of the indoor mapping features that are available from some commercial websites. So for example, on the Target website, you can bring up a map of a particular store and it will list to you all of the different departments in that store. So you can figure out how to navigate to shoes, toys, clothes, etc. Landmarks are very similar. So if I'm navigating to I'm visiting a new Target store and I want to just get some dog food, I could choose to walk around the store and eventually find my way to the pet department. It wouldn't be the most efficient way of navigating, but eventually it would work. Or I could bring up the indoor mapping feature on my mobile app, find the pets department, and then chart a course directly to that particular department, which would allow me to more efficiently navigate to the pets department and bypass all of the other sections of the store that I'm not interested in. Web landmarks work the same way for screen reader users. When they first navigate to a web page, they could choose to listen to all of the contents of the web page from top to bottom, or they could bring up a list of the landmarks on the page and navigate directly to the section that has the information that they're looking for. So at UXPA, what we're hoping to do is to share information on landmarks, what's worked well for us, and what lessons we've learned, because we feel that landmarks provide the core foundation on which an accessible website is built.
The main aspect that we want the participants to take away from our session is to create awareness on how a website is experienced in a non-visual way and how the landmark role would play in building that experience. During our presentation, we will explain how to define landmarks using HTML5 sectioning elements and as well using ARIA landmarks. We will do demo examples on various types of landmarks that can be implemented on a web page. And we will share some tips on implementing the landmarks effectively and we'll wrap it up with a testing checklist that the project teams can use to verify how the landmarks are implemented on a web page.
We're really excited to come to UXPA to network with others, to hear other people speak on user experience topics, and just collaborate with everyone at the conference.